Go ahead, Gene. Go ahead.
Oh, I sent you my social media links too.
Yeah, they're in there, brother.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay.
I
Good
got you
deal. You
covered.
own it. Oh, I like that. You got the team, man.
So this is what getting paid with pre-foreclosures.
Foreclosures, pre-foreclosures. Yeah. This was going to sheriff's auction in 6 days. It had the date set. It was foreclosed on. The judgment was in.
But that okay? Is that's still? What do you mean the judge? Oh, the judgment's already. Hold on, they
Yeah.
didn't take the house back yet, though.
Not yet. It was about to go to sheriff's auction in 6 days. So it would have been in
So we're
6 days
still
when I stopped
pre
it. So pre-foreclosure is cool. They didn't take it yet.
getting paid with pre roundup. Come on in. Getting paid with pre-foreclosures. I like that better
Cool.
because I think our industry throws around that word foreclosure too much. You talk about bank REO, pre-foreclosure, foreclosures at the auction. People be like, "I bought a foreclosure." I'm like, "What does that
Yeah.
mean, dude? What does
Right.
that mean?
Right. You
Was
got
it
you got the redemption strategies too.
I mean, so many, people say foreclosure, but I want them to know it's before the auction. Before the
Yes.
auction.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And you can work those things pretty close to that last minute too.
Yeah, yeah. Come on in, Roundup homies. Real estate. Roundup, what up? This Haskins, Chris Haskins. I am going to be your pilot tonight, hanging out with my boy Gene Boykins. What up, homie?
What's good, man? What's happening?
It's good to see you.
It's definitely good to be back. It's good to be back. Been making some moves in between, so you know.
Good for you. So tonight, Roundup, we're going to talk about a deal. Gene, he sent me a text message. Guy sends me a message with a damn check in his hand.
Got to get
I'm
your
like,
attention.
I'm like, man, this is so cool. It's just unbelievable. He's riding around. I don't know how big the check was, but no doubt it was big. So I asked him to come on and share the story because y'all don't believe me. Y'all think I'm just a bunch talking all this hype. So we got Gene here to help us believe that my mission to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship is going to come to you through other people, right? So if you don't get the message through my vessel, hopefully Gene can drop it on you and just relate to different people. Where you at, Gene?
Hey, I'm all the way in Sioux City, Iowa. Sioux City, Iowa, in the Midwest.
Tell me about that.
Sioux City, Iowa. Iowa's all right, man. It's all right. There's a lot of there's a lot of opportunity, man. But there's opportunity everywhere you go.
That's right.
Population of about 120,000 people, but we're in the tri-state area, so you got to take advantage of those opportunities. You know what I mean?
Good for you. Good for you. Roundup, my real estate roundup. So tonight, Gene and I are going to go back and forth a little bit. We're going to talk about his deal. He's going to show you what he did, how he found it, how he put it all together, negotiated the deal, talked to the seller. He did all this with using none of his zero of his own cash or credit because I want y'all to know you don't need either. And Gene, he's got some special goodies. Hopefully, he'll give out to the roundup homies. But while you're watching, there's a little join button down there. If you want me to continue to bring people on like this, I sacrifice my time. I haven't been on here a lot because I got the kids and traveling and all that stuff. I really do sacrifice time to be on here. My wife watches the baby. There's a membership button right below if you want to just kind of help continue keeping the roundup going and get your questions answered first for busy professionals and entrepreneurs. There's a little join button down there. This gives us a little push and gives your questions so you don't have to wait for everybody else. And then all it is costs you nothing but a large Starbucks cup of coffee a month. So that join membership, I will be happy if you joined us. Joins, Gene should join. So Iowa. So you're there. Tell me a little about the landscape and how many houses. A lot of houses, big city, small city. I don't know anything about it.
Well, real quick, rounduppers, people out there watching, hit that join button. When I got my first deal, I'm a member and I pay that monthly fee still. It was worth it. I got my insurance question answered when I couldn't get it answered anywhere else. So I'm serious, man. I was chasing you down. I was on your lives for a couple of weeks. Like, hey, man, I need this. So hit that join button, guys. It's well worth it.
That's right. It was subject to, right?
Yep. That was my first one, man. My first one.
Yes.
That was a little while back, about 5 months ago or so. So Sioux City, I mean, it's a mid-sized city. It's about 120,000, but I'll say this: there's not a lot of people that look like me, out here doing it. There are some, which is cool. So navigating these waters, it's a little bit different. But I love to come on here, especially on your show, because if I can do it in Sioux City, Iowa, man, you can do this. You can do it anywhere. You can do
That's a
it
good
anywhere.
point. That's a good
Yeah.
point.
So the opportunities everywhere.
So tell us about this deal. You made a big check. First of all, just give us the 40,000-foot scope of it, and then we'll get into the moving parts.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
get y'all get your questions in the chat. I'm gonna come back. Obviously, I've got to get members first. We'll do members first. Frank, I see you in there, Trevor. Then we'll get the subscribers. But give us a 40,000-foot view, Gene.
Yeah. So this was a pre-foreclosure. Okay. So when she contacted me, she had 6 days left until it was going to sheriff's auction to be bid on and sold by the bank and the sheriffs. So I was able to make a couple things happen in a couple of days. I took ownership of this property. I got a $30,000 check. And let me say this too, real quick. I didn't spend any of my own money. Now, when people say that, no money house, that they might spend a little bit on this one. I didn't even really have any ancillary costs. I mean, I guess maybe driving over there, stuff like that, but no money and no credit checks. I was able to purchase this house, and I get monthly payments on it that are monthly passive income. And then I'll get a nice chunk of money on the back end too when they exercise the option. But I was able to stop the foreclosure for this lady too, on her credit, help her move, things like that. So it was I'm almost like a unicorn in my city because nobody else knew what to do. And this stuff is, like you say, it's simple, but it's simple, but it's not easy, So once you get it, you're going to be one of the few that can do this. So there is going to be so many opportunities. It is crazy. I can't get off the phone. That's why I know what you mean, man, about texting and calling and emailing, because you just got so much coming in,
It's weird. Everywhere I go, everybody says it's so hard to get deals here. It's hard to get deals there. It's hard to get deals where I live. And I think the more we say that it's hard, it makes it hard.
Absolutely. It does. It does. Yeah, mindset is huge, man. It's only hard if you think it's hard. I like the hard. I love it because what it does is it sharpens us up.
Yeah.
It refines us, So I don't think that it's hard. And when you have that mindset and you show opportunity and success that you can handle it, man. Hey, this $30,000 check on this deal, it came out of the sky, man, hit me in the side of the head. I almost fell over because I wasn't expecting. I was doing something else. And it just came out of nowhere. I was on a call with a student of mine, and I was like, oh, this lady's calling me back. I'll call her when I'm done with you. Man, I gave her a call back, $30,000 2 days later.
Sweet.
So deals aren't hard to find, guys. You just got to be willing to go out there and dig a little bit.
So round up, we want you to know that people are dying every day. People are getting sick every day. God bless them. We don't want this to happen, but these are social issues.
Mm-hmm.
People are moving jobs. People are getting new jobs, losing jobs. People are getting divorced every day, bankruptcy. People are, going to jail every day. I have to remind myself that because sometimes I won't have something for a day. It's weird. You're like, damn, I didn't get anything today. The next day, something's going to happen socially. It's just social concepts. This is just what happens, man. This is life.
Mm-hmm. It's the reality of the world. It's the reality of the world. And I always say this, life comes in phases, man. It does. It comes in waves. So right now, I might have $20,000, $30,000. I buy a car, get some payments, put a down payment on my house, become a homeowner. And 3 years from now, my girlfriend left me. My dog died. I don't have the same income that I used to have. So life comes in phases until you can get that undefeated mind, and then it's to the moon. But
takes time.
It does. And we plant those seeds, man, because I planted the seed for this a few months back. And then it sprouted and came in September 15th. So that's, when we're out there looking, it's going to come back to us.
Yeah. Yeah, plant seeds. I'm glad you said that. I was hanging out with Chris Chico last week, and he goes, Chris, people don't want to put the reps. It's the reps. I'm like get the reps in. And he's right. I'm like, damn, that is a phenomenal analogy. People do not want to get the reps. The reps, looking at deals, driving out, negotiating with sellers, making the calls, following up. All that stuff is just reps.
Yeah, it is. And you got to enjoy that stuff. I enjoy it. And I tell my people, this is what worked for me. When I'm doing those reps, Chris, I visualize myself standing in the living room after that paperwork has been signed, been authorized, shaking hands with that seller in agreement on this transaction. Yeah, I feel myself at the bank depositing those $20,000, $30,000 checks. Feel how that feels, and visualize it. And that way, man, it manifests itself when we're in the minutia of that day to day, and we're enjoying it because we can see it, we can feel it, and we're there, man. We're making movement towards it.
Present. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the deal. How did you tell me first of all why? How did you find this one? Let's start from the top, Gene, so we can make sure our roundup homies know exactly because you're
Okay.
relatively new to the game. I want people to they don't think when I talk it's different. They're like, ah, you've been doing it forever.
Yeah, been around. Yeah, I'll say this. Yeah, I'll say this, man. I found the seed to this strategy, creative financing and subject to, from you, Chris Haskins. So I
Sweet.
appreciate it. So you guys that are watching, these are some $1 million gems. This is how I
Mhm.
started. In 5 months, I've gotten 6 houses that I own, and then I've done 5 transactions. So
Sweet.
with creative
Sweet.
finance and subject to. So
Sweet.
finding this one, this is the thing. I'm not into the gimmicky stuff, where I go buy 1,000 leads and then sit there and cold call all day. I don't do that. I get organic with it, man. I like to learn the essence of it. So I learned the essence of this strategy and the way we find our prospects. This particular one, it was in the legal section of my local newspaper. I
There
just
you
found it on
go.
the internet, the internet newspaper, legal section, pre-foreclosure. Now, I found it in February when it first came out, man. And
Hmm.
so nobody had touched base with her. So what I do then, though, when I find a good lead like that, because when people are in foreclosure, these are one of the most motivated people you will find to sell because there's
Yep.
not many options. You either get some money or you lose it and get nothing.
That's
You
true.
I mean, so how much more motivated, can you be? So what I did though was this: once I found that in this organic way, I research it. The more data we have, the better. So I research.
Data.
Yes,
Data.
data. Yep. And when we learn the essence, the spirit of this strategy, when we see this data, we can tell what's going on with it because we know, man, we know this stuff. So I look you up on Google, find out where you work, how long you've been working there. I look you up on social media, Facebook, all that stuff. Find out if you like cats or dogs, married, divorced, whatever it is. So I did all of that first, and then I went and knocked on her door. I went and knocked on her door, chatted with her a
Door
bit.
knocking. Let's stay there for a minute because some
Yeah.
people may be scared to do that, Gene. You got a mouthpiece on you.
Mhm. Well, let me see. Well, no, I've been in sales. I've been in and out of sales for a while. A long time since I was 17 at MCI back in the days. But when I got my first subject to, I was telling my fiance, I was like, man, I can't go over to this prospect's house tomorrow until I get Chris's Ninja Negotiator. I can't do it. I'm telling you, man. That's what I said. I was like, I can't. I'm good at sales, but what do you say to a person, man, that's in foreclosure? That's what was running through my mind. So having those tips, man, that you put out there with those audio recordings, beautiful.
Wow.
And those little seeds, man, the lights kept going off when I was listening to it. I was
That's
like,
not fair, man. You went in there, you were a daggone negotiation warrior going in there. Yo,
already, yeah. And then I got man, I was a samurai after listening to yours. I was like, okay.
the deck was stacked in your favor. But that's exactly why I made that. I want the deck to you paid your money,
Hmm.
right? To have
Yep,
a
sure did.
training. I want the deck to be stacked in your favor.
Right. That's what it's for, man. We can't just go out here and say, man, I don't know what to say. I can't go because I don't know how to do it, but then not invest in ourselves, man, in
That's
that
true.
education and that
That's true.
negotiating, Chris. I have taken some of yours, some of the other greats, and then
Yeah,
came up with my own, man. But that's
that's
what we
cool.
do. That's
Yeah.
what we do. It's creative intelligence, man. So we've got to learn from the people that came before us. So
Yeah.
when I door knock, I set myself apart from being the typical investor
Tell
because
us
one
about
thing,
that.
yeah, you have to. One thing about it is we've got to stop as entrepreneurs and just as people saying how going into a situation saying how much money can I make? How
Oh
much money
yeah, that's
can I make?
man.
No, you got to ask yourself, how can I help? How can I help this person? How can I help this situation? And then we're paid based off of the value that we bring and the solutions to the problems that we can solve.
Yep.
I solved a number of problems for her. So when I introduce myself, I tell them I'm a community investor. And in a foreclosure or pre-foreclosure situation like this, I tell them that I usually deal with people and consult people that have been getting a hard time from their lenders. And I let them know about the options that they have because most people aren't real estate investors or realtors, just like I'm not a plumber. So I talk to people and I let them know how they can stand up to the banks, to their lenders. And that right there kind of opens them up. It settles them down. Plus my acquisition company, it's not We Buy Houses Cash or anything like that. It's WeBuyAndHelp.com. We buy houses and help people.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah,
So you found this one on the legal. I think the legal is like a real. That's like a secret nugget right there because we have one too, and I never knew for years that we even had one. I mean, I didn't even know we had a legal paper around here.
it's buried. Yeah, it's buried, and then the print's so small, but they have to publish these things
They
legally.
have to.
They have to.
They have
Yep,
to.
they have to. So,
So the legal paper
I'm
you
not
find it,
gonna
you reach
go.
out to her. Go ahead.
Yeah, and one thing I learned from you too was let them talk. Oh, ask those open-ended questions, those particular probing questions, and then let them talk. So man, and because people, man, they own a house. It's their house. They got memories, bad times, good times. They want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So I let her talk, and she wanted to go through the process. This was in February, so I told her, okay, I left my card. Give me a call if you have any questions. I'll answer them for you, or if I can put you in
February
somebody's.
when you talk to her first. I want to make sure I understand. People know that you didn't just go out there and close the deal.
No, not this one. Not this
February
one. Yep.
2021.
Yes. Yep. Just this past February. Just this
Fast
past
forward.
February.
So you left all the information. Were you following up, or did
Yep.
she call you? How did that
No,
work?
no, she called me in July, and I was going to transfer her to a house I had just taken over subject to. That's in the west side. This one's in a great neighborhood, God's country. I was going to transfer her to that house, put her in there for $800 a month, a little bit cheaper, but she was acting picky. Now, some of these homeowners can be slightly
Yeah,
delusional, guys. They
they
can.
are.
We have
Mhm.
to empathize with them, but sympathy and empathy are kind of different.
They are.
So yeah, she calls me in July, and it got to the point where I told her this, Chris. I did the takeaway. I said, you know what, ma'am? I don't think that I'm the right person to help you, but I'll answer any questions that you have. And then if I can point you in somebody's direction, I'll do that too. And she never answered that text back. She never responded, man. So I'm just chilling one day in September now, fast forward 2 months,
You
because she
said
got
that
her.
in a text.
Yes, I said that in a text. Yep, because we were going back and forth. She wasn't answering, acting like it's not urgent. I'm like, oh man, all right. So 2 months, yeah, she's got her 90-day delay of sale. So this is what I told myself. She'll be back. She will be back because I'm the only one in my city that knows how to do this. Because just like Chris, a lot of people, they don't want to take in this knowledge for whatever reason.
Mm.
I
They
don't
want to
know.
do conventional. They would do conventional, which is cool.
Yeah, but borrowing money, man, I only go into a bank to deposit these checks. That's it. Yeah, I love it too, man. I do. Yeah, because it's the go-getter family bank, man. I love it.
We don't want to
Oh,
beat them up too much. We'll let it. This conventional is okay for whoever wants to do conventional. That's okay.
yeah. Do your thing. If you got the right mindset, you're going to be successful. Either way,
Yeah.
get to it. But I said to myself, she's going to call back. So I'm chilling one day, man. I'm working with a student of mine, and the phone rings. She's got 6 days left. So now she just asked me, "Hey, Gene, do you know how much time I have left exactly?" And I said, "Ma'am, I'll have to check because I don't have the paperwork with me. I'm just leaving my office or whatever." And she says, "Well, they're about to auction my house. I don't have many options." I said, "Well, I think you might have a couple of options left." She's like, "No, they're gonna auction it," and that's what a lot of people don't know. There are options, but we do this with our knowledge, man. We do, going out there sharpening up. So I told her, I said, "You know what? I'm pretty sure we're cutting it close, but I can talk to my committee, and I'm sure they'll let us give you at least a few $1,000s and get you these movers so that you can get something put in your pocket and not have to do all that heavy lifting. It's either that or it goes to auction and you don't get anything, and the sheriffs
Mhm.
come move your things, but they don't move them that far. They just set it on the curb."
Yep.
So
So two strategies you used there. Higher power. You didn't say you could do it. Always say, listen, I got to check because you don't want to be like, I can do the.
right.
Let me check on this because you really don't know. I don't know if I can help you or not. Let me go look at all the stuff.
Mhm.
You don't know.
Right. You don't. And I learned that from you too, man. Again, that committee thing. So that way we have a buffer in between us too. So if we
Yep.
deliver bad news, well, the committee,
There you
uh,
go.
I'm trying. So,
Can't do it.
I call her back that night and I told her I'd give her 3,000 up front and then another 2,000 once it's fixed up and sold. So that's 5 grand. This house has an ARV of 127,000.
What's she owe?
66, Chris. 66. I didn't pay anything for it. So so she accepted that. And overnight I felt I didn't feel bad, but I said, you know what? I'm gonna give her some more money. So I texted her the next day. I said, "Hey, I talked to another committee member. They authorized that I can give you another 1,000 once we sell it."
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up giving her 6,000. Given her 4,000 thus far, right? Not out of my
Gotcha.
own pocket. So she signed the paperwork. I got the information release and that limited power of attorney. And then I got our contract signed. I didn't buy it subject to. I did it creative financing because there wasn't much time. So once she signed this paperwork, though, Chris, now I'm on the move because I've got it notarized and got everything I need to speak with the bank. And so I call my buyer. Man, she called me on Wednesday. I had a $30,000 check on Friday as his down payment. That was his down payment. Now, we were doing it so fast and the house needed some work. She had $66K in debt. I want you guys to listen to this. This is how we become the bank. She had $66K that she owed on this house, $66,000. I charged my buyer $89,900. So right there, I just became the bank because I created debt out of thin air and my knowledge. That was it. Yes, like that, man. Oh, it's so glorious. I get excited, guy. I'm sorry. I love this. So just yeah, like 89.9 and
create debt out of thin air. You know what? They've been doing it to us for years, man. Why time for you to do it to somebody?
Yep. And we're playing the same game as the wealthy and the rich. Once we know those rules, we're starting at the same starting line. And if I'm starting at that same starting line, I'm going to win that race every time at the same starting line.
Knowledge. Yeah.
Yep. That's it. So, and my buyer's using the BRRRR strategy. That's a popular strategy. Well, guess what? I'm his bank. He's going to refinance based off of my purchase price that I gave him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's why I love this so much.
Tell me about the conversation with after you got the house under contract, Gene. Tell me about the conversation with your end buyer.
With my end buyer, he had actually come to me just a couple of days prior to that because he had heard about, who I was in the city or whatever. And he had been looking for properties. He owns a painting company, the best one here in Sioux City. And he had been looking for properties because he wanted to become an investor, but he's like, I just can't find any properties. Mm-hmm. He said, but this is what he'd been doing. He'd been going after that low hanging fruit. He was calling Zillow for sale by owners.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, that's low hanging fruit, man. They're getting 70, 80 calls a day. Mm-hmm. So once he got in touch with me, I said, hey man, I can find you something rather quickly. As long as you got a down payment, I'll be your bank. There's no credit checks. And at the Go Getter Family Bank, you put that down payment in, you can save whatever else other money that you have and put it towards the repairs of this house, of your investment property. Mm-hmm. So you give that down payment, then you're just giving me some monthly payments. He's like, oh wow, okay, I didn't even know that was an option. And this is where we become unicorns, guys, because not a lot of people know, So
be the bank.
Yeah, be the bank.
So how, if you're not buying it subject to, give me a visual. Are you buying a lease option? Are you doing a land contract? How are you buying?
Yeah, I bought this one with a installment land contract.
And you're selling how?
I sold that the same way, just assigned it to him.
So you're done with it.
What's that?
Well, hold on. You staying in it though, because how are you getting cash flow if you assigned it over?
Right. So what I did, it's two separate agreements. It's two separate agreements, and then I've got an exhibit on the back of the last page of my contract for deed. Mm-hmm. So that has other clauses in it that that we can add in.
Gotcha.
All right. So that's where my cash flow came in. And then naming my price as well. So when we buy it, that contract for deed, like you say, own nothing but control everything. Mm-hmm. So when I that's on public record, that contract for deed, that's on public. We file that at the recorder's office. Mm-hmm. So I control that property completely. And then we do it a little bit different because I always, Chris, get limited power of attorney. Doesn't matter if it's subject to creative financing, whatever it is, I'm getting limited power of attorney because like Max Maxwell says, I don't buy houses, I buy problems. Mm-hmm. And if I can be a solution to that problem, then I'm going to get paid pretty well for it and get a house.
That's true.
So being limited power of attorney, man, I had to do some stuff now. I couldn't get the reinstatement amount from the servicing company. They were talking about 3 to 5 days. Mind you, the auction's in 6 days. Mm-hmm. So I wrote a letter, Chris, because I'm her limited power of attorney. I wrote a letter to the judge for this foreclosure action, put the case number, the judge, all that stuff, the name of the case. Then I hand delivered that on a Friday to his clerk. And they put that on in court record as a motion to continue the delay of sale.
Because you had a contract.
Yeah. Yep. Had the contract. I'm a limited power attorney. Yeah, absolutely.
Right there,
this is what we can do too, man. It feels so good, Chris. I'm not even gonna lie. It feels so good going in there, doing things like this, working within that system, but we're kind of outside of it too because we know these rules. Man, the loan servicer, the loan manager for the servicing company, she treats people bad. She was disrespecting the homeowner. Yeah, man, bad. She started trying to treat me like I was behind on my mortgage. I was like, yes, I'm glad she did that, man, because
She don't
I,
even know.
yeah, she had no clue what was coming. Now
Good.
yeah, I let her know about herself, like really, really good, but I did it articulately and in a respectful manner because we've got to maintain, respect and dignity.
That's true.
But you're not gonna talk to me. I told her you're not gonna bully me. You're upset because you can't bully me like you bully people that have fallen on bad times. That's what I told her. I got the email, man. She was woo. So
No, not even in your name. You could give a crap, really.
right, yeah, it's not. It's not. Yo, exactly. It's not
It's
in my
not
name.
even my name. I'm trying to help somebody else.
Yeah, and I'm helping the bank too because I'm reinstating this loan.
You keeping her job.
Yep. So, man, it was kind of a she was in a bad situation. She beat cancer. Yeah, her son, who's around my age, about 40, he got in a car wreck and got brain damage. So he had a 6-year-old son. Yeah, man, he had a 6-year-old son, and she takes care of her 6-year-old grandson. So she's going through it. She's on a fixed income. So she's about to go into foreclosure, lose her house. She doesn't have anybody to help her move. She has lived there for 18 years. That's why there was so much equity. She lived there for 18 years, man, and was about to get nothing. So I was
she
able
wasn't
to
getting nothing.
yeah, it's like, man, I was able to help her too. So at the end of it, we come out feeling great because we actually made a difference for a person too.
Yeah.
Made a difference for them and their families, man, based off of our knowledge. Our knowledge, man. We're already millionaires. We just got to get it out of our minds.
So you got it on the contract to buy on the land contract installment.
Yep.
No, contract for deed, same things.
Yep.
Installment sale.
Mhm.
Sold it.
Mhm.
Same way. I've never done that before. Sold it on I'm sorry. Did you sell it or you assigned it with terms?
Yeah, I signed it with terms. Yep.
Okay, so you
With those
sold
terms.
that paperwork over and then you created debt where he's just gonna pay you on, I'm presuming, whatever.
89.9.
He
Yeah.
pay you on that. So a portion of that cash flow will come to you. A portion will go to pay the first
Yep.
at a monthly basis.
Yep. That's it. And since I'm power of attorney, I'm dealing with the lender directly. I created the login and the password for the online payments, all because I am her in essence.
Yeah.
Is that power of attorney?
Power of attorney. So
Property. Right. So, man.
Roundup, if you're just joining us, we're with Gene Boykins. He's out in the Sioux City, Iowa. Oh man, market. Crazy out there, man. And he's just sharing with us. He just did a deal, got 30,000. So the down payment you got out of the 30, you were able to keep 24. I guess you got some transaction fee. Well, do you even have transaction fees on an installment sale?
You mean like that we have to pay somebody?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no transaction fees. Just
you ain't going to a closing.
Huh?
You're not doing a full closing on that, right?
Exactly. No full closing on it. So you don't close until you exercise that option. And then it's just the fulfillment of a contract. It's really nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have to go to a title company, any of that stuff. I didn't have to do any of that. All we do with that is take it down to the recorder's office to record it. So it's on public record. And then I go back to my bank, man, and deposit that big old check. Big boy.
That's cool. Good for you. So you got 30 in, 6 out. So you got 24 clear.
Yeah.
Plus or minus, I don't know, whatever you got advertising.
Well, I reinstated that. She hadn't paid her mortgage in 614 days.
So that's 2 years.
Yeah, nearly.
How much was that?
It was with the reinstatement with the legal fees and all that, it was 15.7.
Okay, 15. So we got 15 and 6. So you walked away with almost like 10 grand.
Yeah, it was like 10.5. And then her monthly payment with insurance and taxes, it's only $397 a month. Wow. He's about to rent it out for $1,250.
Wow.
He's going to rent it out for $1,250. Right. So I charged him $700.
That's a good deal.
Yeah. I'm making a quick $300. Yeah, it's beautiful, man. No maintenance. I'm not responsible for maintenance or repairs. They're over there fixing it up right now, man. Flipping, fixing my house up. So.
Good for you. Roundup. Give him a thumbs up. Gene's been in the business. How long you been in the game, Gene?
Well, I've been doing flips with my partner for about 3 years, the traditional way, but we only did like 3. And then I discovered this process, this strategy from you, man, in February. And by April, I had my first subject too. So since April, man, when I got my first one, 5 months.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So you were doing it the conventional way before.
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Man, it made me, I felt, this big at times. I felt defeated at times. I felt I had anxiety at times. I felt upset, all types of stuff, man. You name it, because we go to this bank with our hat in our hand, trying to borrow money. Yeah, my Sunday's best on. I damn sure wasn't wearing no hustle sweatshirt when I went in there. You know what I mean? I couldn't rock that. I was in there with the tie all tight. Yeah, I'm to the board, man. Hey, they still said no. It used to break my little heart, man.
I love it. I love it. So
Yeah.
you were doing it. I just call it the wrong way. And then you learn. I was doing it the wrong way too. So I can say that because I did it too.
Yeah, we're not preaching on a soapbox here. We did it that way, man. But so now we know, though, it comes from a place of experience. I don't understand why every single real estate investor doesn't use this strategy.
Oh man, they ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't get it though. This is wonderful, man. It's awesome.
You get used to that. So we'll get to some Q&A in a minute. Mark, I think M. Smith, Gene, thank you for sharing. How long have you been doing this? We just answered that. Your lingo sounds like you're not a newbie.
Well studied, man. I've been, well studied. I put in the work,
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
in the work.
Gene, so we're 30 minutes in. I'm gonna follow your lead on this, brother. You got something coming up in the near future. Tell us about that.
Man, I do. This knowledge, it helped me so much and changed the entire trajectory of my life, man. From the knowledge that you gave me. I want to spread this to other people as well. So I'm having a seminar November 4th through the 6th in Sioux City called the Motivate Summit, where I'm going to be giving my 7 steps to becoming the bank, 1 through 7, man.
What's the dates?
It's November 4th through the 6th. And
gotcha.
Yeah, it's at the Courtyard by Marriott. And this is what I did, Chris, big homie. Now, Chris is the big homie now. You got to show reverence to the big homie. For the Roundup family, the seminar was $997. For the Roundup family, we're gonna do that, man, for $797, and we're gonna throw the 2 days in the hotel is wrapped in there. So it's just $797, man. You're gonna be standing at the Courtyard by Marriott, and we got some heavy hitters coming to give them that game, man.
So the Motivate Summit, I don't make sure I know, November 4th through the 6th.
Through the 6th.
What are they learning here, Gene? Tell us about the summit. I need to figure out what are you going to be sharing with people.
I noticed earlier that you had did a quick live, man, to holler at your people, man, because it's cathartic for us too, to do that. But you were talking about mindset, and mindset is huge. It is huge. So they're gonna get Dr. Raul Sanchez. He's a clinical psychologist. He's the founder of the Renewing the Mind Clinic. He's an executive coach. So he coaches CEOs, man, on a high level. Well, he's going to be there speaking on the first day to kind of get our minds right, man. We're going to get our minds right. One of the Go-Getter family members, Ike Rayford, he's a TEDx speaker and he's DISC certified. He's going to be talking. He's going to get you guys ready to grow, to get out of your own way, and then to have that success, that you always wanted.
Gotcha.
And we're going to work on finances for you, business credit, things like that. But then, guys, I'm giving you my 7 steps to becoming the bank. And that is 1 through 7. So from a new reality to learning what we can do with this, learning what we can do with this non-traditional stuff, man. Chris, you said it. It's like brain surgery. It is. But if people open their minds to what we can do, I'm telling you now, it'll change your life. It will. And I'm having it in Sioux City because I'm going to actually bring you guys to my properties that I bought and own for no money and no credit checks. By becoming the bank. So I'm going to bring you guys to those properties, but I'm going to get you guys step 2 is establishing a playing field. All the contracts, all of our contracts, my documents and tutorial videos. Step 3, it's value-based negotiating. Everybody always says, what do I say to these people? What can I say to a person to take over their mortgage? And the debt stays in their name, but the deed to the house goes in mine. Who would do that, right? What do I say?
A crazy person would do that.
Yeah, right. Crazy. Not so, guys. Not so. A lot of people will do that because we're solving a problem, but we have to present this in a particular way. We set ourselves apart, guys. We use conversational negotiating, probing questions, mirroring, tactical empathy, all of that upfront honesty, self-deprecating humor. We're going to teach you guys how to do that in a sequenced manner so that, again, it's conversational negotiating. They negotiate with themselves, man. What? Hey, but what I love about it too is step 4 is exit strategies, how to make your money and scale your business. You got to know how to make your money once you acquire. But step 5 is finding prospects, how to always have a deal. We're going to teach you exactly how we do that, the Go-Getter family's way of how we do that organically. And we get no competition leads. No competition leads. We don't have to. Yeah, we don't have to compete, man. Yeah, step 6 is building your buyers list. Now I just got this $30,000 check, but in in August, a month before, I got a $20,000 check for my investor, and I got an instant buyers list and didn't spend any money on the buyers list by doing this organically, just being creative, man. It was dope, bro. It was awesome. I love that. So we're gonna teach them how to do that, yeah, and then build your team, so you can work on your business and not in it.
Mhm.
That's we got David Anderson from Automate Your Dreams. That is, man, whoo,
What's he
he's
do?
dope. He business automation, so he helps get systems set up so that your systems run your business. So the mundane tasks, the day-to-day stuff that can eat away at your time and keep you chained to that desk, we actually show you the programs and get you set up with what you need so that you don't got to do all that stuff, man. You're
Mhm.
away doing what you want to do, working on your business so that it can grow, strategizing, or maybe taking a little breather, but that business is still running, man, like a well-oiled machine. Your phone's gonna be dinging. So we got it's the
Sweet.
whole,
So
yeah, yeah. That's why it's a 3-day deep dive, man. So we want people that are, man, gonna come and want to put in that work. Now it's not just a cheering and hoorah.
yeah.
I need y'all to succeed, and I'm gonna give you the tools. And this is one more thing, man, for the Roundup family. If you get a ticket at 797, I want you guys to bring a guest, a like-minded person with you, a friend with you,
How
a
much is
friend.
that gonna cost him, Gene?
It's not going to cost you anything. It's part of that 797. It's part of the 797. So you
Ah,
can split that
sweet.
tab with your friend, man. And you guys having a team, two like-minded people. I'm good at this. He's good at that. Pew, off to the races.
Patrick Bet David told me that's called a running mate. Very, 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 I won't say very, extremely challenging to find running mates. Somebody that's just going to be right there with you.
Yes, super hard. That's going to hustle as hard as you.
Mhm.
Have the passion for it, stuff like that. It is
Yep.
super hard to do that. But having it, it's almost it's very instrumental. You got to have something close to it because you can't do it all on your own.
No.
And
So go ahead.
I was just gonna say, man, I know me growing up, I didn't have like the role models to observe, to show me that there was a better way to do things, that I could own something, that I could be a business owner or I could own real estate. I wasn't making decisions of like, oh man, I better make this choice today. So in 10 years when I'm in law school, everything will be good. Or 15 years when I'm in medical school, this will be all right. I didn't have that, man. I was making decisions for survival that day, to put food on the table or not have tattered clothes on my back or whatever. So it was rough. Yeah, it was rough,
Mhm.
and everybody has their rough lives,
Yeah.
rough things going on. But I'll say this: we cannot use that as an excuse as to why we're working a minimum wage job, or we won't
Mhm.
try this idea that we have. Because right now, guys, I'm going to tell you this: having to grow up making decisions for survival on a day-to-day basis, that gives me an edge right now over my
You gotta
competition.
eat
And
what you kill. Eat
yeah,
what you kill.
exactly, man. And now it's ingrained in me. So that rough, hard stuff, man, that I felt like, oh, why do I have to go through this? Or I don't deserve this. I'm a good person, whatever. That was a blessing. That was a blessing for me, man, because right now, man, I got it, man. It gives me an edge, man. And
Right.
that's all our perspective. It's all our perspective. So we're gonna give y'all that too.
That is cool. So Roundup, Gene is doing a 3-day summit. The Motivate Summit is going to be November 4th. That link is in the video description. And the early bird special will go away. How long are you
Yeah.
going to give them? You're giving them the hotel room,
Yep.
free dinner, lunch with the
Mhm.
speakers, disc assessment. That's like $150. I paid $97 when I did mine. I mean,
Right.
the values of those go up and down.
Mhm.
Private dinner, sit with the CEOs. That's other CEOs or other people that are paid.
The CEOs are actually some of the speakers and people at the event presenting.
Okay.
Yeah. And other people that have paid. Yeah.
Business trust. What is this blind business trust? Is that like a way to set up your banking and stuff?
It's a way to set up your business in a trust.
Okay.
We got subject twos in trust, right?
Mhm.
Well, you can set your business up in a trust. And that's what I have
Gotcha.
Coach Dub out of Las Vegas coming to Sioux City to give people the game on that, man, setting up those business trusts. So we're
Wow.
gonna help you with that. Yeah, it's huge, man. We got some value for our people, man. I know that there's people out there that, man, maybe on the corner hustling, man, or in the studio rapping or whatever you're doing. You have the talent, you have the ability
Right.
to do this. You just need some of the knowledge, and you need to see that someone has done it before you. Yes, Chris, we
That's
get that
true.
knowledge, man, and it's over with, y'all. I just helped one of my students in California. She's Jewish, she's white. She just is closing on the 15th, as a matter of fact, on a house that's $760,000. I helped her create 400,000 of that out of this
Sweet,
and
sweet.
thin air, man. So we can do it, y'all. We can do it, man. Y'all got
And they can bring a guest. All that's included for seven. All right. I just
yeah.
want to make sure I understand.
Yeah, there's a super early bird special where we're going to include that VIP dinner, a free dinner on Thursday night. We got y'all, man, because we want to do some networking, build some relationships, because this is the go-getter family. It's the go-getter family Motivate Summit. So we're a family, y'all. If you're a go-getter, we're going to get you to it. So you got that dinner, you got the VIP dinner, and then we've got a panel of professionals. We're going to throw in a lunch with them on that early bird special. These are all
Sweet.
add-ons that you can do. But for my roundup cousins, for the big homie, I got to treat your people well, man. I do, because I love y'all, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Gene. Well, Roundup, if you want to get signed up for that, that link is in the video description. It's going to go away. Well, it won't go away. You'll on Sunday night, you'll miss all the specials.
Yep.
And after that, it's still affordable. I mean, if you get
Well,
$400, go ahead,
you
Gene.
got the super early bird on Sunday. That ends Sunday. That's where you get everything, man, for the $797. And
Wow.
then after that, there's an early bird special. And you'll see, you got to use that link in the description, but you'll see the things that are crossed out after Sunday night. And then there's one a little while later that's just the bird special. Still $797. You know, still can bring a guest, but there's a few things crossed off there. So, guys, man,
take action. My thing is, look, it's easy. It's easy for me to do it now. It's like, boop. But before, I was like, man, I don't know. We spent $5,000 on going to one of these things, man.
Yeah, and it feels like a lot of
Give
money.
it $400, y'all. If you bring a guest, I mean, you spend more than that and shoot going to dinner and a movie nowadays. So.
Yeah, for real. And the thing about it is this, man. It's our time, y'all. It is our time. I love this. I get passionate. I don't care. I do, because I love it, man. I do. So, did you guys know that 1,200 people a day in this country right now become millionaires? It's the most ever in history. Wow. So now is a great time. Then I just read this article today because I like to stay apprised of things. There has been a 24% increase in the number of small businesses started over last year, and that is at its highest level ever in the United States of America's history.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So all it is, guys, is just, you know what? Trust yourself, invest in yourself, because if it's free, I don't want it.
Yeah, me neither.
Because it's not going to have value, man.
But I want to pay my money and get what I want and go home and sit down.
Yeah, and put that thing in action. What the thing is, we've got to take action. Take that first step. Take that first step, and then after that, I promise you this: it's just one foot in front of the other.
Good.
That's it, guys. Just one foot in front of the other, and we gonna make it, man.
That's something. That 1,200. I think about myself over the last few years. That's something. Round up. Look, we're with Gene Boykins here. He's talking about how he got paid doing pre-foreclosures.
Yeah,
and he's doing a 3-day summit. The Motivate Summit is going to show you how to find deals. Gene's 7-step system to closing deals without using cash or credit. That's gonna be cool, Gene. Thanks for putting all that together, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's I felt compelled to do it because you probably don't remember this, Chris, because you got a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers, and I know a lot of people reach out to you, man, and ask questions, say a lot of stuff. But I was asking so many questions on your show, man, on your live shows, going to the top of that list. I was so happy to pay that $9.99. But the questions that you answered, right, are these small details that you're not gonna find in a book. You're not. You find these things through experience or having someone that has went before you and you are standing on their shoulders, but you got to bring some sort of value. So having those little details to get help going through a transaction, we provide insurance for these houses and for the Go-Getter family members in all 50 states. And subject twos have to be insured in a particular way. So we do it all for you guys, man. Transaction insurance, our transaction assistance. I'm sorry. There's a mastermind Facebook group. There's you can become a mastermind student, but having those little details, it can be the difference between, you know what? I went out here, I tried this. The lady at the recorder's office was giving me a hard time because I made a mistake, this, that. Oh man, I can't do it. I can't do it no more. And you give up and then it's over with. And then 3 months later or a year later, you wake up and you're like, damn, man, I should have kept going at that. Because I see so-and-so with a house or 2 houses. I could have did that, man, but I gave up.
Wow.
You got a family holding you accountable, but also working with you, uplifting you, man. Because Chris, I told my family what I wanted to do. And I told some other people, and we expect them to encourage us, like, yeah, man, go for it. Do that. That's good. That's usually not what they do, though. Man, that beat, man, laugh
That
at you.
daggone Gene always got some get rich quick scheme he trying to do.
Yeah, man. I'm like, damn, man, that kind of hurt. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of hurt, but here I sit. Here I sit because at the time, my mindset was good. I had an undefeated mind, so I didn't let that distract me and take me off my path. But most people don't have that. You know what I mean? So that's why I started the Go Getter family, so that, man, we can uplift each other, encourage each other. It's a community, and we need that to stay on that path and to get that encouragement. So then, though, my same family now, I love y'all. I do. They're my relatives, but I'm not about to fly them to my destination wedding. That I'm flying the people that believed in me, and I'm on my way. You know what I mean? So,
Too much.
yeah. Have you ever experienced that, Chris?
All the time. Well, luckily for me, I was in a music business at a young age, so it was like, how the
Mhm.
hell did you do that? It's like, how the hell this dude get a damn platinum record? So they backed off me a little bit. So
Right.
I didn't get it like most people though.
Okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
had some good accomplishments, man, coming up.
Gene, I don't even think about it, but yeah, I have a different journey than most. But yeah, I will say, yeah, nobody ever called me and was like, "Good job, Chris." They were all like, "I don't know. Is it gonna last? Is it gonna fall? Did he pay his taxes?" You don't know what they're thinking.
Man, right. But that is sending that energy out into the universe, into the ether, man.
It's
And
really them though.
right, it is. Thank you for saying that, Chris. Damn, you're right on point.
It's
It is
them.
a reflection of what they have going on inside, not
That ain't
us.
me.
Right.
That ain't me.
Exactly. Yeah, we
All
gotta
right.
keep pushing, man. And we can get there, y'all.
So we
We
got
can get
110 people here listening to you, Gene. I want to get to some Q&A before I don't want to risk my roundup homies if you don't mind.
Yeah, bring
So
it.
we
I
got
love answering their questions.
right below roundup, you got his Motivate Summit. That link is in the video description. If you don't see it, just refresh your screen and we'll put it down there. The early bird special will end. It will be good. The man is paying for your hotel room. I'm like, how in the hell do you do that? That's crazy.
Man, I want to give y'all the game, man. I ain't getting rich
Uh,
out here. I'm an investor. I make money off that.
there you go. 305 Dub. We already went over that one. We'll get back to that one. 305 Dub. How are short sales and pre foreclosures different, Gene?
Love this question. Love it. Short sales are a process. You got to put in a bid. You got to have some money too, and they could get denied. It could take 90 days, 3 months. Pre foreclosures are work like this. We make contact with the person in foreclosure, in pre foreclosure, the seller, the owner of that house, and then whatever we can negotiate with them, depending on how far behind they are, we just take over that debt, guys. So we don't need a lump sum of money. And there's a few different ways that you can do it, so you're not going through the bank saying, hey, do you mind if I get this house as an investment property and pay you some money for it? And they may say yes or no, flip a freaking coin. We're not doing that. We're talking to these sellers and we're taking it over. And then the banks, guys, man, they're listening to us. They're listening to us.
Mhm.
So we get it before people even know about it, and there's a lot of competition. And we don't have to have a big old chunk of money either and spend a bunch of money. You
Yeah.
don't. So get rid of that misconception, please.
Mm-hmm. Blondie Blue, how you doing? Hey, Isaac. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you.
The like button, y'all.
Trevor. Oh yeah, smash that like button, please. For optimization purposes. Trevor, how you doing? One of our members. Thank you so much for supporting. Yeah, Smith, what's up, my friend? Talked to you a minute ago. That's right, Realtor, not Realtor. Thank you for that.
Hey, I try to say that to people, man. When I say realtor, I don't tell them like realtor, not realtor. I just say realtor, and then as soon as they say it as a realtor, I'm like, I think of Chris every time. Like, that drives the big homie nuts. Drives me crazy.
Oh, God, help me, Lord. Please help me.
Yeah,
Frank, what up, homie? Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Isaac wants to know, do you use VAs out of the Philippines, Gene?
I do. Absolutely, I do. There are VAs in the Philippines, guys, that literally have no accent. One of my
Yeah.
VAs now, you would think she was from Tennessee. She
Mm-hmm.
got like a little southern twang. But what we do when we teach in our 7th step to building your team, we use these VAs, but we use KPIs, key performance indicators, where we can look at a spreadsheet and take about three to 5 minutes to look at that and see what they did over that 8-hour day. because we're not just going to be standing over their, shoulder, their virtual shoulder, making sure they're doing what they're doing, and it's taking our time, or we're not going to get beat out of no money or nothing like that. So these KPIs that we use, it tracks everything, man. We look at it and we can tell how long they've been on the phone, how many calls they made, all of that good stuff. VAs,
Isaac, go ahead.
essential.
Go ahead, Gene.
Yeah, the VAs are essential once you make it to a certain point. You got to learn the essence and soul of this thing, and then you build up. How do you feel
Really
about
just
them?
just the spirit of how it all works. Just the spirit of real estate. You got to know it.
Yeah, you do.
But Isaac, don't think you're gonna just hire a VA and they're just gonna go right off into the sunset and they're gonna do all the work. It's a lot more to it. I don't want Gene to get into all that right now. And don't think you're gonna just hire one VA and you're gonna go through people. You're gonna be hiring, firing. Yeah, this works, this don't work. So I think people think, we're in our, as Eben Pagan says, our chimpanzee tendency. We want to go to the slot machine, pull the slot, and hit the jackpot. It ain't gonna work like that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. That's why, man, I'm telling you, this 797, spend that bread with you and a friend to learn this system and these systems, the spirit, the essence of it. And when you have that, you'll be highly sought after. And you won't that slot machine, Chris, that you speak of, man, it does exist, and money does grow on trees too. It just depends on the seeds that we freaking plant.
That's true.
We plant the right seeds. I'm telling you, those that $30,000 check, it did literally come out of nowhere and hit me in the side of the head. And I had just cashed a $20,000 check the month before that. In 70 days for real estate, by becoming the bank, I cashed $62,185 in checks in 3 checks, and I didn't spend no money out of my own pocket, and I dang sure didn't have no credit checks and no hard money lenders, none of that stuff.
Good. Sheena, hey. Oh, how do you become a member? Down below, there's a join button. Just hit that join button and you become one of our Roundup channel members, and you get your questions answered first, okay? No credit, no check. Denise, so was this a delinquent property you bought before it went to the auction, Gene?
Yeah, it was behind on payments. It wasn't a tax delinquent. No, she was behind on her mortgage payments. So the mortgage company keeps those taxes up so that tax deed doesn't get bought from up under them before they foreclose on it.
Yep. Thank you. Thanks for the t-shirt. Yep. You're welcome, my friend. Blondie Blue, is it hard? It's hard to get deals in a no equity. That's not true.
What?
Those are the highest ones.
Those are the best ones to get, guys, because they have to pay out of their own pocket to a realtor to sell it. I love no equity deals. If it has no equity, those are the ones we want, guys.
Those are the best ones. And they're the most plentiful.
Absolutely, they are. Yep, they are. Because you're going to get that passive monthly income off of it for sure. And we're going to own it. That's the thing. That's why you need to learn this. That question right there just shows you there is a different world in real estate that they have kept a secret from us. I had to dig to find this knowledge besides what my big homie Chris put out there. I looked for Ron LeGrand's book and Lou Brown's. Barnes & Noble didn't have it. My iPhone app didn't have it. The only place I had it was Amazon.
Yeah,
man, you can't even find the you can't find the knowledge.
It's hidden, brother.
Yeah, but if you find it, man, sky's the limit.
Passion, desire. Got 2 foreclosures. One of the homeowners has negative equity. That's okay. Where do I make my profit on negative equity, Gene? And how do they assign it?
Where you make your profit on negative equity is this. Equity is a fallacy. All right.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you about that.
Yeah, equity is just some word that they made up to trick you again. Because if you want to pull out equity out of an asset, you have to do 2 things. One of 2 things. You got to either sell that asset, or you got to put debt on that asset as collateral, and that asset is collateral. So you then again don't own it. So negative equity, this is how you're going to make your money on it. When you take that over and you're taking over those mortgage payments on your exit strategy, your buyer, their down payment is going to put a nice chunk in your pocket, because I don't rent. I do lease options, contract for deeds, some other creative strategies to where I don't rent. So I get that down payment every time. And then on my monthly payment, so after that down payment I put in my pocket, on my monthly payment, I'm going to charge them more than what the mortgage payment is. And passion, desire, I'll tell you this, passive monthly income is what really makes you wealthy. That's what really makes you wealthy. So that's how you'll make money off of that. Don't think about that negative equity. That's a good thing, because they're going to be more motivated to sell it to you.
Negative equity don't matter. If they owe 200 and the house only worth 180, you can sell it for 210. I mean, whatever it is. And even if the house says it's only worth 180, you can always put a prepayment penalty that's so large that they won't want to pay it off before
Pay it off.
two,
Yep.
3 years.
Hmm.
Freedy, how you doing, Freedy? Oh, Shlomo. Hey, what up? Israel. Wow. Israel
Yeah,
in the house. You're welcome. I appreciate you.
that's what's up, man.
Christopher, foreclosure is not underwater, but has a federal tax lien for 160. You need to negotiate that. Plus the outstanding mortgage 200.
How much is the house worth?
Mm,
One thing about those taxes, those are liens that you got to pay now some kind of way.
mm. You if you want to transfer the title, yeah, but you
Yeah, if
can
you want to
always
transfer, that's mhm.
negotiate that stuff.
But those
Yeah.
aren't going to go away like other second place liens do once it's
Mm-mm.
foreclosed on. Some
No.
second place liens, they go with the person or just go away. But those tax ones, they don't. But you can still make money on that.
Yeah, you can still sell it and just don't pay it. I mean, that's not your problem. Let that be the end buyer's problem.
Hmm.
Get your check.
Hmm.
Henry, I'm still using card. Okay, that's cool. Smith, one of our members. We talked about him. We already talked to you, Smith.
Hmm.
Round up. While we're getting to Gene Boykins' questions here, make sure you head over to the link in the video description to register up for his Motivate Summit. Is coming November 4th through the 6th. 3-day event. He's paying for your hotel and your food, and you can bring a friend for free. You're pretty much giving away everything. Gene, thank you, brother.
Man, this is our time, man. It is. It's our time to shine, y'all, and we can do it with knowledge. I don't know if the viewers have noticed, but we're on the internet right now. You know what I mean? Like we're on the internet right now, and there's the exchange of information is huge. So when we have that knowledge, guys,
Yeah,
that is our tools. Those are our tactics, and that's how we get wealthy. The
that's
rich,
right.
the rich don't sell their time, man. They don't sell their time. They buy people's time with the knowledge that they have. Right? Poor people, man, my parents, my mom, my dad, me for a certain amount of time. I sold my time. I had a job. That means just over broke because I was in an employee mindset. I got to go to work, man. I got to get this paycheck because my bills are coming. I can't quit this job because what do everybody say? Man,
That's
to
rough.
hell with that. To hell, if you want to make money and be free, financial freedom is a tool to freedom. We got to use the knowledge that we have and build something for ourselves, guys. Build something for yourself. Take a
That's
risk,
rough.
but put in that hard work.
Hmm. Hit that like button, y'all.
For sure.
If I can't passion, if I'm not allowed to sign a short sale, how do I get my money out of the deal?
I don't want the hassle of talking to the bank. I just want to connect them with an investor. I mean, you can do that. You know, you're gonna have to. I mean, I would talk to the bank, but I'm gonna get that limited power of attorney, the information release, and then when you assign the deal, there's a number of ways you can do it. But you
This
can
is
just
short sale though, Gene.
oh, it's in short sale. Assign a short sale. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know because I don't
Don't
mess
do
with
it.
short sales
It's
because it's
illegal, man. You can't
yeah,
do
I
that.
don't yeah,
I know
I don't
guys
mess with short sale.
guys went to jail for doing that.
Yeah, I don't mess
Don't
with
do
short
it.
sale. It's a hassle. I
Don't
catch
do
them
it.
before they go right before the sheriff's auction.
There you go. Don't do it. I don't want y'all going to jail.
Mhm.
Hey, my homies down in Texas. How y'all doing?
Chilling.
Loyalty, royalty. Good to see you.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Ellen wants to know, Gene, how can they participate in the Motivate Summit if they can't be there in person?
We'll probably have something for you afterwards,
Gotcha.
you know, digitally or something like that. But this is the Motivate Summit. I've got some high level people coming. Ike Rayford, he's a former TEDx speaker, and he's DISC certified, personality assessment. I got Dr. Raul Sanchez, Renewing the Mind Clinic, and then I got another ICU doctor. They all look like me, man. You know, came from rough upbringings, but made it. So we want people there, quality people there that we can help get over that last step, man. Give these pieces to. So we're gonna get you there mentally, but then I'm gonna hand you the framework and teach you while you're there of this system of how you can make money by investing in real estate without having needing a large sum of money because it doesn't take money to make money and you don't have to apply for credit. So Ellen, if you want to come, take a couple of days off work because November 4th is a Thursday. And I'm telling you, if you put in the work and you're serious about what you want, we will give you the tools that you need to have a life of freedom. And I can talk well. All right. I'll say that I speak well, but I can't even describe the feeling. I can't put it into words, the feeling of liberation that I have since I became the bank, man, since Chris
Good.
put them breadcrumbs out there for me.
Hmm.
It's
Good for
beautiful.
you, Gene. Yeah, being a bank is it's like night and day. There's no better business than the money business. And I don't even know. I didn't even know that money was a business until I.
Yep, it sure is. And being a bank, man, I you are in a position of influence and power. You just are. My buyers, one of them's using the Burr method. The other one that I just got the $20,000 check from last month, he is an investor. He has 3 rentals. Well, I didn't do any credit checks with them, and they come to me. They like that. It is different, y'all. And on the first of the month, or 28th, big homie, when we get our payments, our monthly payments, it feels a lot different now than when we are giving that check to somebody for a rent check or something like that. I'm
I don't
telling
know
you.
what it feels. I can't even remember.
I know you don't know because you've been in the game a minute doing big things, man. But it's not, it's a hell of a feeling, man. It is.
I love it.
Yeah. I never
I love it.
imagined in life that I would be in that position. I didn't, man, because I didn't grow
Sweet.
up in a way that a person would think that. Guys, I was I'll say this. I was working landscaping while I was doing that little bit of investing because I had bills, but I always knew what I was gonna do. But I graduated third from last in my high school class. Third
Darn.
from last, bro. It was, you know what I mean? Like, so I was expected to do nothing. They just passed me because I could play basketball. So if I graduated third from last from my high school class, anybody can do this. Anybody can. You just got to be willing to put in the work. And I know that some of y'all have bought courses or been to seminars and you didn't get results from it. Well, guess what? It's not your fault. It really isn't, because there's information coming from every angle, and most of it's
Yeah.
surface level stuff that you can get at a bookstore. And you always come out at the end of those asking yourself, how do I get the money to buy this investment property? Where do I get the money from? I know the systems, I know what to fix, I know, all of this stuff, but where do I get the money? Well, when you become the bank, we're creating that money, we're creating that debt out of thin air, man. So we got the money, it's right here. It's right here. So you won't ask that after Motivate. You're going to be
Good.
chomping at the bit saying, where are these properties at? Here I come.
Sharnita wants to know, where's the summit going to be, Gene?
It's going to be in Sioux City, Iowa. In Sioux City, Iowa, and we're right next to Omaha, Nebraska. So for the people that fly into Omaha, Nebraska, or are in the Midwest, I'm going to be setting up a nice little bus for y'all to come get y'all from the airport, about 40 minutes away.
Sweet. Okay.
Uh,
Last question, then we get out of here. One of our channel members, Smith. Thank you so much, Smith. How do you go about the title search with 6 days on the meter? That is a good question.
that is a great question. That is a great question. So this is what I did as part of your contract too. Now, when you buy, it asks in there if you went over the title, if you've seen the title yet or not, because we have to pass a clean and marketable title when they exercise that option to buy. I set it out for 5 years, right? So I got it into an abstract company to do the title search on it. But I'm going to be 100% serious here. I had to take a shot with those 6 days left. I wasn't for certain, but based off of certain data that I was able to accumulate, I made a very educated guess, and I took a risk, a calculated risk, though, a calculated risk that title didn't have any encumbrances on it. But the second thing is this too. Now, listen to me. When they do a foreclosure action, okay, they have to publish that in a newspaper, a local publication, but they publish it along with the other people that have liens on that property or have debt on that property, and they publish it so that just in case there's other debtors, right, other bill collectors that need money from that person that they borrowed them, so that they can get in on that. They can get in on that. So once I got that paperwork with only 6 days left, I could tell if there was other people that she owed, which she didn't. All right. And then nobody else had tried to make contact to say she owed. So I took a calculated risk, and then I got the title search back just a few days later.
Good for you. Good question, M. Smith. Wow. Look at that. Super sticker. Paris, thank you so much for your love offering. What up, homie?
That's dope,
My
man.
man
Good
in
looking,
Maryland.
Paris.
Hey, Paris. Good to see you. Raphael, if you need a substitute, just go to chrishaskins.com. You can download that stuff. Gene, your information is in the video description. If anybody wants to, I can't take any more questions, guys. I got the baby crying. I got to put the baby in bed. I wanted y'all to get this stuff from Gene. He's doing some amazing things. Gene, thank you so much. Final thoughts, and we'll get out of here, brother, for your summit.
My final thoughts are this, guys. Now's the time to take action and quit talking about what we want to do, our dreams that we have, and getting distracted. Right? Now is the time to take action and take a risk on yourself. So the Motivate Summit in Sioux City, Iowa, November 4th through the 6th. I teach real estate investors to either increase their number of investment properties by 2 times or get their first property in 90 days, and that's all without any new debt and without needing a lump sum of money out of your own pocket.
Sweet.
So choose faith over fear, because fear is made up. So stop saying, what if this happens? What if that doesn't go wrong? Well, I got a job, I can't be gone a day or two. Man, you give a lot to that job. You've given enough. Now it's time to build something for you. And we're going to give you the framework with those 7 steps to becoming the bank. Chris, big homie, man, I do want to say thank you for leaving that ladder behind you. Once you climbed, you left that ladder behind you, man. And that is important that we do that. And I've heard you mention Claude Anderson, and Claude Anderson is one of my heroes too, collective group economics. So man, I do appreciate it, big homie. I do, man, that you put this knowledge out here and that you left that ladder, man, for people that really want it, man, and are really going to make the sacrifices and commitment, man. So I just want to give you your flowers right now, big homie. I do.
Oh man, I'm honored, brother. I'm honored. Thank you so much, brother Gene. It's an honor to
Appreciate it.
serve, man. I never even thought people would be listening when I started talking about this stuff 45 years ago.
That's crazy. Now you
Somebody's
changing lives.
listening.
Yeah, you changing lives, Chris. You are, man. That's what compelled me to help teach people, man, so we can reach back, man, because we got it. We got the skills, we got the talent, you know, we got the ability, guys. Now we just need that
Right.
knowledge, and we there.
Cool. Chris Birch, what up, big homie? Hey, all right, roundup. You can go to the link, get all information about this Motivate Summit for November 4th through the 6th. This is Gene Boykins. And roundup, I'll see you guys soon. We're working on some stuff for you. Man, some amazing things. I was hanging out with some serious influencers last week. I asked all of them how they found their best deals. So I got a video coming out real soon to share you every guy in the room. And I'm talking this. I went to this training, y'all. Ron LeGrand is in the audience. In the audience. I'm like, hold up, dude. You freaking Ron LeGrand. You said so the people on stage giving us data, Ron's there to learn. So I never thought I'd be in the same audience with Ron. I'm always watching him on a stage. So
Yeah.
we'll bring that to you guys over the next few weeks. All right, Jane. Good talking to you, brother.
Yeah, man. It was good to be here. I appreciate you having me, homie, man. I'll talk with you soon too.
Get signed up, guys, if you want to meet Gene in Sioux City, Iowa. I don't know how much. Good
Yeah,
gracious.
can I just say this too? You guys
Go
hit that
ahead,
link
Jane.
down there, and if you want to set up an appointment to talk to one of my team about it, there's going to be a submission form too. So we'll get you set up with that, and just hit that link, and we got you if you need more information.
Sounds good. Okay, peace.
All right, peace out, brother.